Pay close attention. This isn't something you see every day.
Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about the G.I. Joe classified series Cobra Valkyrie. Now these guys are number 68 in the line, and let me tell you something. Here's the box. I thought it was really cool that they have the whole Cobra type dungeon here. You have Mutt back here sneaking in, so that means junkyard somewhere around. But yeah, these guys, you know, they're looking for them. Looks really good. You have some of your accessories here that are shown on the side. Some beautiful artwork here. Here on the side, you can see the artwork some more. It says number 68 here, and then on the back, it gives you all of their things that they come with. They show some of their ranking on the sides, or the color of the straps for the holsters and stuff like that. And yeah, they say that they are 5.9 inches. So they're going to be a lot shorter than some of your other figures. And then on the side, you have your barcode, which we all know doesn't go anywhere. And there's the artwork again. So, yeah, I got these guys. And once again, just like when I got my rock and roll, the box has been smashed up and marred because of UPS. So I don't know why they don't put them in some type of bubble protection like BBTS does or everybody else does. Just Hasbro put them in some like kind of cardboard mesh and says, here you go. And it doesn't protect it, because if you get a package that's smashed, your box is smashed. And if you're an inbox collector, your box is beat up, or it's coming from Hasbro that way. I don't know which, but all I know is that this is the second one from Hasbro that I've gotten, and it has been smashed up. So with that being said, let's get these gals out of the box and let's give them a look. All right, so now that we have them out of the box, here they are in all their glory. They come with a plethora of stuff, pretty much the same thing, except for this one comes with a tan version. This one's all in black. This one comes with the alternate head and the helmet. This one comes with the Valkyrie, you know, officer helmet and regular Cobra helmet. So you can actually choose. You can use it on either one, but it actually goes to this one here. And then they both come with a bunch of fire effects. So let's get into taking a look at these guys here. So let's start off with this one here. Now this here, I absolutely think is just phenomenal that we actually, come on, focus, there we go. All right, hold on. Okay, so this one here, I love the fact that we have some ethnicity going on here. It's about time. I mean, we get it with the Joes, but not so much with the Cobras. And yeah, I love the fact that they have that Cobra head sculpt there with the, you know, like they did with the Cobra Island, the mask. And then, you know, you have this, and then you have the actual armor, of course, with the Cobra emblem on it and everything. I mean, it's nice. And I love the fact that they have the ranking on here, that are both, you know, they have the officer ranking on the arm, which is different than the Cobra Island ranking or any other ranking that you see when it comes to the males, down to the belt. You have your pouches. Nothing's really painted on these. They're just all in black. You have a holster on the side here. You have a holster on the leg. Knee pads. Nice gloss on the boots. I like the fact that they're covered, you know, the shin covers along with the straps. And they look really, really good. Really nice. I mean, Hasbro, with the sculpt on these guys, you guys have knocked it out of the park. I really think that you guys have done a good job. Now, when I took these guys out of the box, I did check out their articulation, and their articulation is very well. So I have to give Hasbro that. There's no gaps, there's nothing. So the quality control on these guys are great. Now, this one, and this one here. This one, I went back and I watched an old episode. It's a part 2 episode of the G.I. Joe cartoon, and it's called The Day That Never Ends. And it's where the Joes end up in an alternate universe, and Cobra has taken over the world, and Baroness has her Valkyries, and the one Valkyrie that she has, if you pay close attention, she actually ends up having the officer helmet on, and she has long blonde hair. And of course, they know they didn't do that with this one. but her name was Layla. So this is the name of this one that I got. I didn't get the one for the second one because they didn't really say it, but this one's name is Layla from that series. And yeah, so that's actually really cool. And or you can name them whatever you want, to be honest with you. You know, but I'm just saying that's what they were when I went back and watched that. All right, enough of my rambling on that nonsense. Let's get in and take a look at the articulation. I'm going to try to do everything together 2 by 2 as fast as I can, considering that we have both of them here, and show off their accessories. Starting off with the accessories, we have both of their backpacks. Of course, one tan, one black, and they have the peg hole on the back, and pretty much it. They're both identical backpacks. Next, we have their knives, and once again, I mean, I'm glad that they painted the actual blade and the hilts. And this one here, they could have given, oops, a little bit of wash. Sorry, I took it off camera. They could have given it a little bit of wash right here, which would have been nice on either one, but they didn't. So all in all, very nicely done though. Next, we have their guns, and this is actually pretty cool because it actually goes back to the way the guns looked in the old cartoon. So I actually appreciate that. Looks really good. The magazines do pull out. You can put them back in, make them look like they're reloading. I like the way they have the scope. So yeah, these are the reminiscence of the old laser pistols from the cartoon. So I think that's actually really, really awesome that they included this. Next, you have their laser rifles, and of course, you know, the clips can come out of the bottom. Mine are a little slightly warped, but whatever the case, I will run them on the hot water and straighten them out. We all know that trick. I like the fact that they show your little safety switch on the side. Whatever the case, lasers out of the top, looks like rocket launcher out of the bottom. Although if you actually take a look, this one is different. The barrel on this one's longer and thinner than this one here. I don't know if that's coming through on camera, but it does not look the same whatsoever. Even the rings don't look the same, even though they're supposed to be. So that looks a little different. And another thing I want to point out too, this Valkyrie is shorter than this Valkyrie. This one's a little bit taller, and this one is a little bit thicker than this one. I'm just saying, that's the way I'm looking at both of them. You guys let me know what you think in the comments on that situation. Next, you have their hand pistols, and yes, you can plug fire effects into these, and there's really nothing about them. Just one's casted in tan, the other one's casted in black. There's no wash on them, no nothing. Either way, you can, you know, do that all yourself if you wanted to. But yes, now you also have 4 pistols, so each one gets 2. Really nice. And of course, you have the 3 different helmets. Very nicely done. 2 of them just being Cobra Trooper helmets, and then 1 being the officer helmet. And we have the alternate head, which is actually really nice. I think this was a cool accessory for giving to this Valkyrie here. I mean, it can go on either one, but still, I mean, this is really a cool head sculpt. Changes out on how the character looks, even without the helmet on it. You know, you could put the other helmet on here, and you can give it this look like this, which is cool. But all by itself is like, you know, I think it's pretty cool looking all on its own. Next, we have the blast effects. Some more blast effects. Even more blast effects. More blast effects. And my all-time favorite, the smoking gun. All right, so I just pretty much swapped around their crowns a little bit here, and they actually look pretty good. In my opinion, I like them without the helmets, but that's just my preference. Look, I'm glad that Hasbro added some more females to the line. I really am. That's what we need. We need more female characters in the line. You know, I mean, we have a lot of cool figures, a lot of cool characters in the G.I.Joe line, but we also need more females. We need female Televipers, we need female Vipers, we need female, you know, we need some more females. G.I. Joes have females on their side. Cobra can have more females on their side besides just the Baroness or Zorana. I mean, yeah. I mean, definitely. And so now we have the Valkyrie troopers here. which is cool. Yeah, it would be cool to get some, like I said, televipers or female vipers or female alley vipers or just more females in general to the list of Cobra, because, well, I mean, hey, in my opinion, these girls here are going to be doing some major damage, major damage. They're special, they're elite. That's why they're called the Valkyries. So, which therefore, it's got to stand for something, right? Anyway, enough of my rambling. I do not have anybody out here to compare these gals to. So, just really quick, since I'm not doing the articulation, I'm going to try and pose one of them. And we all know how I am with that. I do want to point out the fact of something that I think is really cool is that not only do they have their sidearms on their leg down here with the holster, right? But I do like the fact that they added the sidearm onto the belt here, which I'm trying to get this to go down a little bit. And it's backwards, so they do a cross draw on the side, just like an old gunslinger would. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I do like the fact that they have their ranking. They're both the same rank, if you ask me. If you actually look, it's just that she has a tan color. So unless that's the difference in the ranking is because they changed the color, it really means nothing. You can make whoever you want the officer or the special elite ops back there. I just, yeah. Anyway, I thought it was just a pretty cool addition. I think Hasbro has done a great job with these gals, and yeah, I like them. I like them a lot, and they're going to be great on the shelf, and I'm going to have them doing some definitely some sabotage and stuff like that when it comes to being posed out on the shelf. As far as the waist articulation, whoa, all right. Well, it could have been better. We could have got a little bit more of a crunch. I don't understand why they wouldn't give them a better crunch. So it's limited. That's the only one of the pet peeves I have with that, is that it's limited. So I can't get them into a huge dynamic pose if I wanted to have them crunched down some, because it will not. It will not go. So, and the holster is sliding down, which, whatever, no big deal. Just scoot it back up. Scoot back up. But yeah, I think that we could have gotten better articulation. I mean, if we can get that with Valaverse, we should get that with these guys. I mean, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to get her to ab crunch down a little bit better there to pose her out. That's about the only pet peeve I really have with the figures, is that. And you know, I'm a horrible poser on video anyway, and to get them to do like kicks and stuff, that shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. The only problem is that they're just still hindered when it comes to trying to get them to crunch in a little bit, because the ab crunch is just not there. They can move back some, but they just can't really move forward that much. But yeah, if you want to get a kick, that's about as good as you're going to get, which is, we've seen better in this line. We really have. And I think this being able to move forward a little bit better would be able to get that, just that little bit more of a better look, so to speak. But I mean, if you want to pose them running, right? You want to have them running, it'll work. It'll work. You can get them in a running pose to where, you know, they're running at you. So yeah, I mean, that's about my only pet peeve with these gals. And look, I think that it's great that Hasbro is actually putting more females into the Cobra line, like I said before. I do think that the quality control has gotten a lot better. So, and I will give credit where credit is due. I mean, Hasbro's keeping an eye on it. I did get the Tiger Force Dusty. I said I'm not even going to bother to do the review on him because, yeah, he's just a mess. He's just a mess. And I picked him up for next to nothing, you know, reasonable price. So that's the reason why I got him, because I wasn't even going to get him. But that's why I picked him up, was because of that reasoning. Now, look, guys, if you haven't picked these gals up, pick them up. They're definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. And listen, I give Hasbro credit where credit is due, okay? Where credit is due. Listen, when you make a great figure, you make a great figure. When you make a crappy figure and you put it out on the shelves because you're just looking to get something out on the shelves, or your mold is bad, and that's why, and you're just like, well, I'm not losing money. Thanks for, you know, taking our money and just giving us crappy product. But listen, that's not the case here. Here, beautiful. And look, I just want to show this off real quick. Let me just take all this stuff off. Enough of my rambling about this, that, and the third, because it's just my opinion. I don't want anybody freaking out. Let me pop off this alternate head. Put her original head back on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand them back to back, because the way I'm seeing it, the way they're in front of me, is that one is taller than the other. And like I said, one is a bit thicker than the other, which is fine. And they should have differences like that. I mean, we all have different body types. But like I said, she's slightly taller than her. She's shorter. And if you actually look at her here, her legs are thinner than hers. Even her thighs are thinner. This one's thighs are thinner. This one's thighs are thicker. Same thing with the backside. And I'm only pointing it out because it's truth. Thicker, thinner. Her arms are thicker and her arms are thinner. So yeah, I mean, either way, it doesn't make a difference. I just happened to notice that. It just caught my eye when I was doing a review in the camera and showing off on how they really are when it comes to the fact of size and height and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope that it gave you a little bit of insight on the characters, the figures. I know it really wasn't that much, but listen, when it comes down to it, it's your imagination, so you can have these guys be whoever you really want in these uniforms, if that's the case. With that being said, guys, please like, subscribe, share, and as always, leave a comment down below. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. And yes, thank you to everybody new that has come to the channel, that has subscribed, that are leaving comments. I appreciate all of it. And I do want to say that somebody did tell me that that turtle that I did a review on, the Wanderer, that was not a loss in artwork. So hey, thank you for that, because I thought it was. And like I said, I couldn't remember where he was, but it was actually Michelangelo who was bored. This is what I was told, and he actually drew a comic of himself, and that's what it was. So I didn't read that issue. So yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't trying to give the wrong information, but thank you for the correction, and I just want to shout that out. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, guys, as always, I'll catch you all on the flippity flip.